Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you. It's for Wednesday, the 5th day of November. Here we go. This is part 2 of Can I Leave My Website Operational on Shabbos? In short, for those of you who, God forbid, would tune out and not get the ending, the answer is going to be generally no, probably, and you should discuss it with your rabbi. But a couple of more details leading to that no. Don't tune out. Part number 2 that we're going to start today is this. You see, a passive action, which a website seems to be, like I'm not actively doing anything, a passive action seems like it should be permissible because my website just sits there. I don't do anything. I'm not going to write anything down, and PayPal or whatever is just doing business for me. And the Shulchan Aruch does say, long before the internet existed, that if you gave money to a non-Jew to purchase things for you, and let's say you gave it to him on a Tuesday, and he held your money for a couple of weeks and he made some, you don't have to care if he's going to make a purchase on Tuesday or on Shabbos, whichever day is more convenient for him. That's his choice, and whatever he chooses to do is fine. So if a non-Jew is allowed to do that for me, then my website should be pretty much the same. It's very passive. I want it to just do my work, and it happens to do some work for me whenever it happens, and Shabbos is one of those days, and it should be just passive, and it should be fine. But let's go to the next consideration. The next consideration is that you're not supposed to profit from any business that was done for you on Shabbos. Now, if your website makes some sales on Shabbos, that's you benefiting from some profits that happen for you on Shabbos. So does that make the website not permissible? So the answer to that is no, that probably also doesn't make it prohibited, and I'll tell you why. Because when we say that you're not supposed to benefit from services rendered on Shabbos, that's exactly so, for services rendered on Shabbos. So that if I rented out my hall to you on Shabbos, or I babysat for you on Shabbos, and I rendered a service to you on Shabbos, I'm not supposed to be directly paid for that on Shabbos, unless it's swallowed up in other arrangements, which is a whole other topic. But the website is not exactly rendering a service. It's a sale, and it's a passive sale. It could have happened any other day, and somebody chose to make it happen on Shabbos. So the profits that I'm getting from that sale, from my website on Shabbos, also don't seem to be things that should be prohibited. But here, in our final caveat, here's the no. The reason why we're going to say no to this, and still you should discuss this with your rabbi, is because there's another concept called Zilzal Shabbos. And that is treating Shabbos lightly, treating Shabbos like it's not there. Traditionally, the way it's always been for the Jewish people since the beginning of our Torah is that we work 6 days and on the 7th day we rest. Now, if you have a website that shows no distinction between the day of rest and the 6 days, then that's a zilzal of Shabbos, because Shabbos is supposed to be a different day across the board for you, the Jew. And if your website, which operates for you, just continually goes and makes profit for you and does business, there's no arrangement that Shabbos is in any way different, then that's a pirza, like a breakthrough in the wall that Shabbos affords us. Shabbos is that thing that says the 7th day is different, and if your operational website just runs 7 days a week, 24/7, there's no statement anywhere in that Shabbos is special. And that would be called Zilzal Shabbos, and that's a strong reason why people might want to consider shutting down their websites on Shabbos. Now, of course, some of you listening to this could have giant operations that operate on your website, and could be tens of thousands of dollars lie in the balance, and you're certainly not going to decide it based on this little halacha that I'm telling to you, but I've given you some of the factors for yes and for no, and it's a serious discussion that you should have with your rabbi considering these points and more. So thanks for logging on. Make a good decision on this weighty matter, and log on again tomorrow for a new topic. Bye-bye.